Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to tell you what it looks like being married in Turkey as a black person or an African. And I want to just show you some of the things like what I normally do and also how people react to me being as an African and also married here. So welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Phoebe. I'm Kenyan. I live in Turkey with my family here, married here, and I love talking about these two countries, especially in terms of relationship, culture, products, opportunities, and other good stuff that you can find in Turkey or in Kenya. Being married in Turkey as an African, it means a lot. It means a lot for me because you have to take the shoe of being a good wife, playing every single role of a wife. And also, it comes with its ups and downs. For instance, when you are outside, being an African, some people might look at you and they might wonder, who is this? Why is she here? And they might confuse you, especially if you have your kids that are mixed. They might confuse you to be a house help. So being an African here can also mean that people will stare at you occasionally and want to inquire, how are you? Like, how are you doing here? What are you doing here? And if they know that you are married, of course, if your husband is with you, they're gonna try to ask questions. I have seen a lot of Turkish girls who just come to me and ask me, how did you meet your husband? How did you to connect? So that's some of the question I normally receive. Being married here in Turkey as an African, you must understand that you're gonna bear in mind that Turkish people love their food, so you must cook according to what they want. And also, being in Turkey, it means spending time with the kids, with your mother-in-law, taking care of the kids all the time in the house. And if you don't have kids, good for you, because you will be taking care of your husband. And also, if you have kids like me right now, I have a toddler and a newborn, a son and a daughter. Then it means a lot to me because I have to take care of the kids, I have to keep them clean, I have to do absolutely everything by myself. Okay. And also, being in Turkey as an African, especially when you are braiding your hair or you're making your hair in African styles, you're gonna receive questions like "Bunne kis, bunne, bunne, nasıl yapıyor?" These are some of the comments I receive from Turkish girls, especially my sister-in-law, when she is trying to inquire, what is this? How did you do it? And they really love to touch my hair. They want to see, how did you make it? Being in Turkey also means that you're going to be spending a lot of time with your kids. 90% of women here, they spend time at home while the husband is actually busy looking for something or working. And also, being in Turkey, it means that you're going to be taking care of these little people that you have in your house, teaching them every single bit of what is necessary, especially teaching them the good morals, teaching them how to speak Turkish, because they need Turkish to be able to speak, especially when they are going to school. Say Elma, Babane. Say Dede, Hala, Abi. Say Anne, Kardeş. Say kardeş. Can you say kardeş? Kardeş. Being married as an African here, you have to understand you're gonna take the roles of a wife and also help your husband when it comes to certain things, even if it is what he gonna be wearing, which clothes do you like him to wear, or which one does he want. And also, Turkish men, they really love when you do such things. They will give you some small excuses or some small commands like, do this and do this. So you have to understand your role as a wife. Being in Turkey also as a an African, it means that you're gonna be doing such a job like arranging your own house the way you want, designing it, decorating it, and cleaning it the way you want it, and also being neatly in the house. However, I have to mention that being in Turkey doesn't mean that you're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be having your husband if you are married legally here. You're gonna be having your husband, and if he is a person who actually understand what you need, he's gonna be surprising you with different kinds of things, and they really value their wives, especially when it is their birthdays, anniversaries, or anything to do with family occasions. So being in an African in Turkey also means that you have to adhere, or you have to stick to the certain rules. Like you cannot just do whatever you want, and if you are married, then you're gonna be listening, or you're gonna be actually taking some orders from your Turkish husband. And I have to tell you, Turkish husband sometimes can be like babies. They will give you some commands, not command, they will ask you, Ashkam, bring me this. Ashkam, I want chai. Ashkam, I want coffee. Ashkam, bo ne bo bo. Ashkam, ne ne ne. All sorts of some disturbance, because this is how their moms brought them up, and their moms brought them up in a way of loving and actually doing what, being together as a family. And I have to mention, being also a wife in Turkey can also mean that you have to, if they have a village, you have to go to the village sometimes, occasionally. If they have fruits or flowers or something that is needed there, you must understand that at some point you're gonna be going there with your husband, and also trying to mingle or trying to check everything. For instance, we have our village in Odemish, even though we live in the city of Izmir. We normally go there, and I have to go there to see everything, to talk with people there, and all those stuff. I have to take care of the fruits, even though my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, they are the ones who normally do what they normally help me, or they normally do a lot of work in the village. Being in Turkey also means that you're gonna have a chance of actually exploring the environment, exploring different places with your husband or with your family, and you're gonna be attending vacations each and every time. Being in Turkey also means that if you are driving, let's say if you know how to drive, you must be very careful on the roads, because sometimes Turkish people, they don't listen, or they don't take care of the signs, the traffic signs. So be very careful, especially when you are driving for vacations or when you are going somewhere. Right now we are in summer, and most people are traveling here and there, going to with their families to take some time. Yeah, and it's super hot. Okay, being a Turkish wife means you're gonna be taking care of the kid, and also taking them to the park to see some cats, to see some plants, to see things that kids really love to enjoy. So that is what I normally do whenever I have time. I have to spend time outside with my son, take take him to certain places, and also to enjoy life there. Being in Turkey, it means that you're gonna be actually keeping the kids very neat. Like you must be clean, the kids must be clean. When the husband comes, he must find the kids are very nice or very well presented. Another thing I have to mention is that when you are in Turkey and you are a black person like me, you're gonna have some little challenge, especially finding your products, unless you have someone who can guide you. Being married in Turkey and having to do your own hair, or going to the salons to do your hair, you might have a hard time, especially if you don't know how to make your own hair. You might have a hard time actually finding the right products, or also finding the right salon or the right people to do your hair. Luckily for me, I know how to do my hair. Like this one, the twist, I need to remove them. I twisted the last week. I think they are 2 weeks old now. I know how to make my own hair, to do everything on my hair, so I don't need to go to outside and tell someone to pay or to make for me. So being an African married here, if you're used to making your hair, like you're used to going salons and doing everything, you might have a difficult time actually accessing such kind of African salons, depending on where you are. And also you might have a problem, or you might have those stares from people. Some people, when I'm outside, being a black, like being an African, some people, out of curiosity, they will look at you, stare at you, and just want to see you. Like they want to know who is this. Especially when I'm going with my kids, they will want to touch the babies, they want to kiss the babies. They feel like it's something they have not seen, like it's a person that they have not seen in their life. I don't know if they do this out of curiosity. For me, I feel like it is something that they do out of curiosity, like they have never seen so many people, like black people here. That's why they are eager to see how you are talking, how you are reacting. And I have to mention, Turkish people, they really love kids, and even if you don't know them, whenever they see a baby holding, you are holding baby, they want to come close and actually kiss the baby, talk to the baby. So I find it so interesting the way they look at you, they stare at you. Now, if you are a new person, or if you are a foreigner and you are not used to being stared at, or you are not used to actually people looking at you all the time, then you might find it so weird. But I have to tell you, majority of Turkish people, or majority of them, they don't do it in a wrong way. However, I have to also mention that there have been reports, or we have seen a few people who just don't like others. And if you are a black person, they might look at you in a way of criticism, or in a way of discrimination, or in a bad way. I have heard reports from my friends who have had such situations. However, for me, I won't lie that something like that has happened to me here. For the 3 years I've stayed here, maybe if they do it when I'm not around, but in most cases I've not witnessed. So that's something also I have to mention. Now, another thing that if I might say, when I'm outside, especially when I'm with my husband, remember we have an age gap. My husband is older than me. People will look at you, admire you, but also in their minds they might be asking questions, and you can see the questions all over in their eyes, like how did this girl end up marrying an older person, or they might be thinking, how did they get to meet? And for some instance, they might even pop the question. I have had different Turkish girls who ask me, how did you meet your husband? How did your husband come? So they're gonna ask you such questions. How did you meet? Where did you find him? How did you connect? How are you talking? So they have a lot of questions that you need to answer if you are a foreigner, especially if you're a black person. They're gonna ask all those kind of all those kind of question. Another thing I have to mention, being married in Turkey as a black person, it means you have to actually indulge with the society. What I mean by this is that wherever we have a function, a traditional function, especially here in Turkey, I have seen that most people, or most Turkish people, they still hold their culture. So maybe, for instance, if we have a wedding, you have to attend. If we have that is, if you have been invited, you have to attend. So you cannot miss such functions. I have gone in different functions like Sunet, the circumcision tradition, the weddings, and also some anniversaries. So you have to attend if you have been invited. So bear in mind, you're gonna receive those looks, you're gonna receive those people just wanting to see what kind of clothes are you wearing, what kind of language are you talking, how are you eating. Okay, Now, I hope I have shared with you what it looks like being married here in Turkey as a black person. I'm going to be sharing more with you because I don't want to make the video so long. Until next time again, I'll see you. Bye bye.